Tell you what, tell me.
What do you want to talk about now?
Well, I want to talk about the integration hack.
Okay. What is that?
Well, causal.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah, well.
I'm just kidding around. Okay, listen, the integration hack is really important. And this comes to, we're on the same category with these awareness hacks. We have thinking biases. And what does the thinking bias mean? It's these forces that act on us in the way that our brain is structured that cause us to focus on certain things and not focus on other things. And we tend to make false conclusions about the information we see and the people we meet because think about it, it's evolutionary beneficial if you see a tiger to come up to you and it's about to attack to know that's a tiger, I better run. Okay.
Okay.
So because of that evolutionary pattern, we want to understand the causes of events and why things happen, okay? But here's the fallacy, here's the thinking fallacy, and it goes back to the tiger attacking you. We always say, that's why this happened, okay? My boss doesn't like me because I don't go to social events. Or my boss doesn't like me because he's a micromanager and whenever I tell him that, he gets upset. So we look for these singular causes, but guess what, Richard? It's usually not one thing. But the thinking fallacy is to isolate on one certain aspect. So the integration hack says everything works together. And the best example, I think we put this in the book, heat and humidity. We know when it's hot out, it's uncomfortable. And we know when it's humid out, it's uncomfortable. But the combination of the two is really, really oppressive. So if we think that heat's bad and that's what causes us to be uncomfortable and only think about that, we might put ourselves in a high humidity situation, not realizing humidity and heat together cause the problem. So back to the boss and back to assessing ourselves and who we are and why we do things, we have to get out of this pattern of thinking that there's one reason why things happen and one thing that we need to change, but it all works together.
Right. But what about the fact that a lot of times what we believe to be the cause is inaccurate? So aren't we running the risk of, instead of just being wrong once, we could be wrong 3 times?
Well, we kind of have to take a chapter back, talk about the reality hack. Okay, the reality hack says let's look at all the available evidence. They're kind of sister hacks. They work together, and I don't know why we call them sisters anyway instead of brother hacks. But anyway, we want to make sure that we're examining all of the available evidence. So if in fact we are trying to, and I'll just give you an example, let's say I'm trying to be more cooperative with my peers at work because I really don't like them, but I know for my success, for my career, I need to cooperate with my coworkers, right? Okay. So maybe it means I have to change some of the things I do. Maybe it means the coworkers have to change some of the things they have to do. Or maybe we have to change the dynamics of the environment. We can't think that it's one thing and not the other because they all blend together. So again, as an awareness hack, we want to make sure that we look at all the available evidence out there before we make any conclusions.
Right.